All right. A very good morning. It is I. It is the Warrior Junior, the one that fights. He's always fighting for you. Always fighting for me. Fighting for you. I'm gonna be fighting for you. It's not I'm a lawyer. Fight for you. You know. I fight for me. I fight for me. That was Ivan Drago in Rocky Four. Toward the end, he was losing because he was in said he was in Plumper. No, he was in. They were in Russia. Remember? I fight for me. He got mad, like because they just listen to them. They cheer for him. Whole crowd, Rocky, Rocky, Rocky. They cheer for him. He got fucking mad. Like it's good. It's good. It's a good movie, Rocky Four. I almost said Rocky Four: The Quest for Peace. Uh, sorry, no, this is a Superman 4. I think was the Quest for Peace. What happens? You get old. You hear the train. You're on the train. Pretend the train's moving. When you hear the tracks going. Okay, let's talk about the topic. Let's get into it. Oh, relationships always a tough one for me to cover. Um, very open subject. And what do I mean by that? I mean that depending on your age and your thought process, you know, it's going to determine. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like I spent most of my life in bars, and nightclubs. You watch these things. Still haven't been able to find that song. And I watch like little bits of these videos, and they show you these women. That they're like young and they're beautiful. And they're like supposed to be what's considered talented. And I don't know if it is. I don't get it. Like I kind of don't understand. I mean, you watch like I mean, I don't know. You watch like porn to get off, or whatever, right? And they show you like these women with great bodies. So what's the difference? Like I don't know. I think in my mind, it's like I don't. I get it when someone's bankable already. Then like they build like an arsenal, a team behind them because it's like you know they're bankable. It's like Lady Gaga, whatever. She's like the modern day Madonna. And you got all these other women. These ones that I don't care for them. I just I watch just to get a little of this, and I'm saying to myself like I told you I listened 99% of this music was like garbage. And I'm talking about the ones that have a billion views with the B. I, like dance hits. I was like, Dad, this is garbage. Fuck. No, I'm not getting off topic because I'm going to tie this all together. So you watch, like, you see these women that are, like, really supposed to be the epitome of, like, great body, talent and everything. And then the movies they show you, I call it delusional fantasy. It's like you think you're gonna get something like that, like in your mind. That's what it does. It goes in your mind and it brainwashes you. Maybe it does for some guys. It does it to me. And that's why I don't like watching any of this shit. I think it's all bullshit. You know? People buy this stuff one way or the other, and that's how these people become like these elite, these wealthy, like pushed up on a pedestal thing. Now, it doesn't happen to many. Doesn't, sorry, I was bill collectors calling on Thanksgiving. Fuck with me. Yeah, okay. Um, you know, place on Sunset, some agency. I remember I walk by that building sometimes. So they got a million pictures in there, all these women, modeling agency. So the whole wall's covered. So all they gotta be is like young with a good body, just show up. Modeling agency. I don't know. Now, oh, you talk about relationships. I'm talking about, yeah, why like it's very difficult for me and how my thought process is based on what I see out there. Now, I've experimented different tactics, and in the end, I drew a conclusion. I came up with a conclusion. I just figured this out because I've done it all. I've learned from pickup artists. I've tried like when I started this channel, like my mentality was like, I don't care if it's somebody, I don't care. You just go up there. But unfortunately, when you're in a linear society, the friends were quite inquisitive. Like this one chick when I was at the La Cita place, this Latina chick, went back to start a conversation with her. She was there was a guy, another woman. I think they were all friends. And as I tried to like talk to the one that I liked, the other two that were talking, they immediately stopped and wanted to see like what I was telling her. And I didn't want to invite them into, it's like it's hard because I know at first pickup artists, you got to be friend in the group, and I know that. I know it's just you have to because if you don't, then you're going in there with a hostile thing, and then it doesn't work. I watched this black guy at Piggy. He reached in, so he tried to reach in the cookie jar. The chick was with a couple guys, and she lightly touched her on the back, just to try to say something. The guys didn't respond. I guess it was upstairs, it's like where the dance music was playing. So I guess, in a social environment, it is acceptable. But if I was with, I mean, be like, are you fucking crazy? Kidding me? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm very kind of defensive person. I don't know. Okay, I can be, but I don't have to be. It just depends. It's so. This is what I summarize. Now I'm 48. Okay, I used to stand outside. Listen, man, I've done it all. When I say all, I mean all. Okay, I don't mean just going everywhere. I'm telling you, doing different shit that like standing outside of places. I've done a lot of different tactics. Okay, because I wanted to see, like, I want to see, okay, what do I get by doing this? What happens with this? What happens with that? And most of it, any type of aggression is met with aggression. Now, I'm not meaning like going up there. "Yeah, yeah." I'm talking about, like, it's hard. I mean, guys can be very protective and defensive. I remember a dude was crossing the street, it was in West Hollywood, whatever. And this is late. I said something nice with this hot chick. I said, "Wow, you're really pretty." And the guy fucking went ape shit. What did you say? And then I got mad. I mean, it was like, just, fucking public. It's around 2 in the morning. I told you I've tried every tactic under the sun. And the summarization is that you're gonna need, just to build a, to attract. If you got high taste like I do, I got fucking high ass taste. High, 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 high. You have to be like really damn successful. And I believe that the universe kind of aligns it for you with no great effort. Everything requires effort. I understand that. But the effort is put forth in your weakness. Now, my weakness is like having something to offer. Being a provider, I guess you can dump it all in. Being financially successful, hitting something, or anyway, anything. I usually say this when I see a hot chick at the gym. I don't think they hear me, but I say it out, not out loud, but like I say it to myself, not to my own mind, but I speak it and I go, when I'm successful, I'm going to get a woman like that. I don't know if they hear me or not, doesn't matter. You don't want the universe to hear it. You just leave it in your mind. It's going together. Like it's like say you write things down. They're important. And I don't know. I can't say picky. I hate that word. It's like uh, you know, it's it's like I want something that's really what I like. And I think like I just what I said. The most important thing that I said was if you've done everything, then it kind of like aligns like naturally, organically. It just shows up, without any great effort because all the effort is put forth, like the stars align, at that time. For some people, it's younger. For some people, you know, they were prepared for whatever. I think just the way that I'm wired, like my ship hasn't come in because my ship hasn't come in yet. You know, Jordan Peterson talks about this. Like women, they got choice, they gotta be picky, like they got a lot to lose. They can't just take some youth. I told you about that woman at the dance that I go to. Let's say she owns all these dental offices. Let's say she's, divorcee or something, and she lives in Rancho Palos Verdes. Let's say $5, $6 million house, you know, and let's say hypothetically she likes somebody like me. Now she knows I don't got much because I'm pretty open. I said I take the train down there, I take a taxi. She knows you ain't got nothing really, and she's hesitant to take you home with her because when you see what they have, your eyeballs are gonna light up like this, like when you see that's not even showing you the vault, that's like the bank, the vault's inside, but they got a five million plus house, and you are nothing, and they show it to you, you're gonna be like this. Exactly, your eyes can get big, you're gonna it's remember I talked about the stuff that my little now everything is different. Believe me, the price goes up for I guess the lights went out in Georgia. I mean, it's I get it. I know why these women are defensive. They got money. They don't want to be rolled. They don't want some guy to roll them. What's that song? Smash Mouth. It's hey now you're an all star. But this is something about this world is gonna roll me. I know what he's talking about. He knows, that means get your ass kicked, like nobody's gonna tell me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. It's like that's whatever, like think about that. Like in those women that have money, that I know I think my ex girlfriend, she got rolled. She got rolled by this guy once. He took half. I'm trying to remember what's the name of that song. That rapper, was it Biz Markie? No, no, you got what I need, but you say she just a friend. Oh baby, you. He's like Mozart, he's like playing the piano. No, no, there's a song. It goes, she took half of everything I owned. It was like a black guy. It was a young rapper, or whatever. He goes, she took half of everything I owned. Half. Like if somebody's got some real money, that it's a lot. Lawyer fees, and this goes on all day long. Tax. Now, my point is that, wow, sorry, I'm just no tea right now. I think I only got one thing left. Make it. Some water would be good. Let me go get some water. We will continue 30-second intermission. We could say intermission for the fish. Maybe a little longer than 30 seconds. I do apologize. But all right, so some water, like that Aquafina or Sparklet. But yeah, don't got any more. Okay. Um, look, man, it's a it's a bitch, literally. This is not easy because I don't know how most guys think. Most guys want to fuck, like they want to win. Um, Younger, like they don't care, it's they want EXP points, experience points, or whatever, it's just I don't blame them. I'm not judging. I don't blame. Um, I do too, but it doesn't work that way, because women are not inanimate objects. They're people. They have feelings. When you fuck them, there's a tie. They expect a connection. Expect some. Women are not stupid. Um, I guess when I was a little more brazen, I got like more qualifiers. Like you get shot down a lot, but um, you know, it's like if you don't have your ducks in a row, like if you haven't built like haven't paid your dues to build a life, then you're gonna get you're gonna be a bottom feeder. You're gonna have to settle for whatever you can get, kind of thing. That's not me. That is definitely not me. Um, a lot of guys are okay with that. I am not judging them. I don't care because they're not me. But it's like if you want like then it goes up the ladder, like it goes to the fucking sky. I mean, but it's like those ones when they start getting good, like it's like you gotta really be something, man. You gotta really be like, and it's tough, and then I believe it just develops organically. Like you're kind of water seeks its own level. It's a lot of people they don't really get that, or maybe they don't understand it. And maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know. I that's the contention. That's my own beliefs that you get what you deserve. It's just you gotta be really something. If you got really high expectations like I do. It's like not like a grand prize. Not like that. So it's tough. I have good taste. And I know that because when I look at every day, it's you gotta be really, you gotta be in the captain's chair. You gotta be, you gotta get really, really high end. The good ones, well, one, whatever. I'm trying to think back in my entire life, how many women have approached me, no matter what age, older or whatever, of age, of course. We're not, Everything legit, dude. 18 plus, you know. But it's the only women that ever like. There's a bar next to the strip club. Those are the only women, strippers that go next. And I could smell them a mile away. They don't count. They are female, but they're not women. They're not. Um, they're nafkas. Nafka is a Yiddish term for stripper. They're trying to roll you. They're trying to. A lot of them hate men. They trying to get you to pay $500 or whatever just to get you off of something. And if you're okay, then you become a regular. That's like that's free money for them. That's I ain't looking for that. That's not. And you know what? Those women, they just have they have a devil demeanor look. I can smell them. I know I could see. They they're skanks. I'm sorry. Like it's not my job to put them down. That doesn't help me. It's just the damn location of that piggy place that there's a strip club next door. Ironically, Dublin's was right across the street. Caddy corner. It's a dope spot. Kind of ironic that strip club's so close, and I don't remember a lot of strippers going into Dublin's. I don't know. Maybe this bouncer wouldn't let it in. Okay, so what was I thinking? You know, it's just like so. I'm trying to think of women that would approach me. Let's go from the most recent. Let's retract a little. At the Sita place that I was at Monday night, that one chick, she was not bad. She kept her distance and she wanted me to go on the dance floor. And it was a guy. She was a guy, which immediately, I don't like that. Then she came close. You're the dancer, she said. Trying to talk to him more, but just didn't like that. And then with the guy, what do you want a threesome? What the hell is what the fuck? She's with the guy. I don't like that. Inviting me into the circle or something, but it's like what's that song? I'm not here for your entertainment. Is that Miley Cyrus or something? Whoever, I don't give a fuck. I'm not here for your entertainment. Like, doesn't I've had that so many times. Women come up to dance with you, they go back to their boyfriend. Bullshit. Been down this road so many times. Even that one chick toward the end, I was getting ready to leave, but kind of bumped me with her purse. She bumped her purse into my crotch as I was walking. So I said, "Hey," I went back. I goes, "You see what she did?" I was jokingly. So that was my opener. And the two people that she was with, there was a guy and one. They they were right there, so they want to hear me. Try my pickup on her. And I was like, just didn't feel like befriending a group thing. Spent a decent amount of energy dancing when I first showed up. Just kind of jaded from all my years of going out, not getting. So it's just kind of stuck with me.
hard, and you haven't had much success with women in a lifetime. And these pickup artists tell you don't dance. That's what I like, So they're telling me not to do this. Then I'm dancing and I'm not meeting anybody. So I don't know. You have to like just let shit develop organically when the time is right. If there is, maybe there isn't. Listen, I know this dude, Mike, whatever, this other guy. He's in his 60s. He never got no, look, for whatever reason, I never really asked him that. Do you ever meet older women at these older dancing things? And, it's kind of like there's times I make a kind of a hard move, and then the other times I just hope something might already develop organically. A Latina chick that one that ironically approached me. She asked two guys, they both said no. She's a little weathered. I mean, her body was not bad, for her age. I think she was like 54 or something. And I'm 48. It's like, well, there's not much difference. There is. And she made a point of that. She goes, when I was in high school, you were in elementary school. Um, that's not far off, you know. But it doesn't matter because 48. I'm still 48. You don't. It's not like I'm 12. So I don't. I'm gonna say this as nice as I can. Um, I'm not saying I'm the end all be all here. Okay. But some of these women are just can't get. No. One. It's one. It's like look. She's like Jake's grandma. The 2.5 Men. The Charlie's and Alan's mom. It's too old. Was Robert Wagner was getting the hots for her. I think that guy, whatever was it. Need like either it's gotta be like white, Jewish, or like Latina. That's like what that's ideally for me. You ever heard of a Jewish Latina? I don't think so. There are, I guarantee you there are. It's just, you know, it's, how can they raise Catholic, or whatever? They didn't Jewish, but there is. It's not that important. My mom was a Shiksa. You know, it's like I know what I like. Yeah, the last chick that I was with, I think I know what happened. I think I broke her spirit. I told her, I said, you just don't do it for me, you know? But I didn't say it like this. It's hard to talk about this, but might as well be open. I wouldn't give it up to her. Now, we did some stuff. We did a little stuff. But, she wanted all the time and this and that. And I said, no. And she was like, why? What? And I wouldn't really tell her. I couldn't. It was just I didn't trust her. Or I didn't like that she's such a miser, like she wouldn't break. I could tell, like, if you're not going to give me what I want, why should I give you what you want? Like that. And she just didn't really do it for me. He wasn't a good sexual compatible person for me. I just, for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. I can figure it out. She just didn't do it for me. And it's like a big deal for me. I just don't. You know, I wait for what I like. Otherwise, I feel like I'm getting rolled that way. So I guess she hit her threshold and she just found somebody else. That's just the way she is. All right. But that was met her organically. She was fucked up though. She was sitting on a stoop near the Abbey on Santa Monica, West Hollywood. Basically, just kind of connected. She picked her up and I took her with me, walking. And eventually, when she sobered up, she kept me. But, you know, I was, I don't know, just, I wanted her to buy a million, a penthouse condo, move in there. And I wanted her, if she would have done that, to definitely to sign it partially in my name. I can't get rolled like, my mom. I told you what happened with my mom. My mom got rolled. She's rolled stupid. She's got nothing. She marries this guy in Vegas. He's got a house like in the country in Central California. She moves in with this guy, and then 6 months before the guy, he knows he's gonna die. He's like 6, so 6 months before he dies, he signs my he hold on a second. Please bear with me. So my mom gets nothing. So I learned from this experience. Now, I know it sounds like, well, you're being a gold digger, you know. I don't, in my mind, I don't see it this way. Because it's your time, you know, like you're spending, you're giving, it's a give. If somebody doesn't have this, and you're giving them that, and they have that, but they don't have this, so you're not just giving them bechenim, you know. In Yiddish, bechenim is like free, you know. You're you're sharing, you know. But God forbid, you know, a relationship doesn't work out, or even worse, something happens to your partner, then you're taking care of it. You gotta give them something. You can't just, like my mom. She's just a goylem, you know. Now I know that's like talking about, you know, the business side of it. It's important, you know, get that shit out of the way, and then everything is clear. Should be clear sailing from there. I talked about this, you know, in earlier episodes like months ago. But the problem is, people don't do that because they're scared. If they pull that shit out into the light, then, "Oh, you didn't like me. I want me for my money." You know, that's not true. That's not true. But you know, there's something called insurance, and that's important to have. You know, if you're giving yourself a part of who your time, think about this. It's all you have in life is your time. And once your time is expired, you don't get any more of it, you know? And it's like you only get so much time to choose who to be with. And a relationship is a big deal, you know? You're spending a lot of time with somebody. So, you know, you just have to have that shit bases covered just in case, you know. Now, the reason that I'm you know, I'm gonna have one hell of a time winning is because I didn't set myself up for success in my whole life. I listened to Jordan Peterson talk about, you know, the plight of a creative person. Creative, a million different ways to be an artist. You know, chose dance. bodybuilder, sculpt his body as an artist, right? Sculpture, Artists can take many forms. Of course, when people think artists, they're thinking painting, the most famous form of artistry. I'm tired. So, most artists are not successful financially. The ones that are, everybody knows every endeavor. So, what kind of woman's going to want a guy that's not successful? There's your answer. Brilliant. Especially what I like. It's not going to happen. A woman can size you up very, very quickly. Remember that one chick at Whole Foods? Sorry, Trader Joe's in Sunset. With this dog. That was some guy had this dog. I was ahead of him in line, and that chick saw her before in the market. And she was going up playing with the dog, or looking at the dog. I forgot I got a word in edgewise. I forget. And I go like I'm busy like with my doctor studies. I said, "He goes, you're a doctor? Your doctor?" She said to me, "This woman had an incredible ass, like good body." Says, "I'm working on it. I'm working on my doctorate." And it was like over at that point. Once you're working on it, you're like 40. At the time, I think I was 46 or 46. It's not good enough. Some women will, if they see the potential and it's not too far, it's like, the house is almost complete. Remember, I used the analogy of like, a house that is almost finished, but it can be just about moved into, I mean, those are all right, like, but something even, I guess, is the land. But I know it's a bad analogy because I'm not, you know, everything I chose was just these passions is stupid. The only one that could have been lucrative was baseball, but I wasn't good enough. I really wasn't. You gotta be a real prospect, and I wasn't. Period. End of story. Anyway, it's just not gonna get unless you're really successful. Those women can take their pick. They don't know. It's not that important. It's what you've been through. It might be unfathomable, but it just doesn't. It's not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's irrelevant. We'll continue this discussion on That's a very interesting relationships, especially my personal thoughts on it. So we'll discuss this at a later date. Thanks for listening.